Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Kenji's World. Just a vlog, just chatting, ranting about my days. Kenji's World, how you doing? First of all, I will just run through what's going on at the down bar. As you can see, I was talking to my dad today. Man, the Australian dollar versus the yen. The yen is getting like cheaper right now, and the dollar can buy more. And then I'm watching Bitcoin. You can see it rolling through right now. Bitcoin sitting at 56,000. This is USD, obviously, but 66,000, man. Apparently, there's been like a $7 billion dump of selling going on in the market. People that aren't in the market, doesn't matter. It's low. Prices are low. Buy your Bitcoin now, man. Get amongst it. It's 56K. But it's hilarious because I'm not liquid to actually be able to buy more Bitcoin. And Raoul Pal talks about how he sees crypto cycles tied with liquidity cycles in terms of cash and people having more excess money to buy into these riskier class investments. So it's funny. I see Bitcoin prices going down, and it's when I want to buy, but I don't have money to buy. And this is my as above, so below reflection, what's happening in my life. And I wonder if that's how the market is reflecting. I don't know. This is not based on anything. It's not financial advice. Kenji knows nothing. Let's keep it simple. Kenji knows nothing. He's talking out of from his inner idea, mind, and understanding. But it's going down. Prices are going down, and I would love to buy it, but I'm not liquid to be able to buy more. I just wouldn't allocate more funds right now because of my situation. And my little crystal ball is, I see where my finances are going. I can see I'm going to have a bit more cash to be able to invest in again, probably around October, November. I think American elections are around November. So my crystal ball is that October, November is when Bitcoin really starts punching some heights. Not sure if that's true. I'm just putting it out there today, but man, 56K. Woo! Hasn't dropped like that in a while. So, crypto news, that's as far as it gets for Kenji. But what's going on here? Through conversations, there's just been so much rattling in my brain. I'm in not a new relationship, it's been a while now, but relationships are always challenging in, I think, the best of ways. It brings up so much old behaviors, mentalities, vices, or habit patterns because someone's bringing so much love your way, It's like purging the crap with the flame of love. It's effing beautiful, really. So, but I can hear so many thoughts going around. I'm venturing into business, right? And so there are obviously maybe doubts or concerns or so many human thoughts arising just in so many fields of my life right now, and having conversations with my dad, with my friends, and the theme is there's so much bullshit going on inside of our noggin sometimes that you really should not, I probably wouldn't advise listening to the crap going inside of our brains. That most of the time, it's just junk, it's nonsense, it's the human condition, like we talked about the other episode, trying to control, trying to understand all the variables, trying to make sense of this madness. Even though the outside may seem so simple, I feel energetically as the human being experience here on earth, and I don't even think it's just the experience of here on earth. I think it's as far as the energy can spread. This is what's happening in many different realms. Once again, hypotheses. Kenji talking out of his ass. But this is the energy. And so internally, it's just swirling, Things are coming up. Busyness. Just an essence that we have an opportunity to deal with. We have an opportunity to deal with. And I'm thinking the motto is, don't listen to the bullshit in your brain. It's just crap. Stay strong, because I feel the bullshit and the noise increases when I do good things for myself. And I keep going on a good path. It's like this old self. The old way of being is dying or is exiting my system, and it's doing everything to clutch and hold and try to pull me back into a certain way of being, which is A, comfort, you know that place, you've been there, and it's safe. But also B, when I start moving closer to the light, or at least a better side, an improved, more wholesome version of myself, I feel like that's when the demons start coming. In the Philokalia, the book I mentioned the other day, it talks about the nature of demons. And as above, so below. Now, as above, so below, as below, so above, for the people that are just chiming in. It's the principle of correspondence, right? So what's happening in the microsphere, I always use my body as the microsphere, is a reflection of what's happening in the macro, as in the solar system, the world beyond, in the human realm, in larger circles. And what's happening out there can also be reflective and give us information of what's happening in here. But going back to demons. So the demons, kind of like how the rulers tried to rule back in the day. They would rule with the whip, right? They rule by cutting heads off of people that didn't come in line, people that wouldn't listen, that hang him, cut their heads off, put it on a spike in front of the castle walls and say, these are the people that tried to defect. This is what will happen. But now, it's kind of changed. They don't try and rule with an iron whip. They try and rule with comfort and pleasure. If you look around everywhere, comfort and pleasure at your fingertips. Tasty cake, smoke some weed, have some coffee, juice, this, luxury. Every little trick. They're playing every trick possible. They'll try and pull the, you're not good enough card inside the brain to make you believe, because they want the light of God, or they want the wholesome energy. They want to feed off that. And if that doesn't work, that you're not good enough, you suck at this, and you're not being pulled by it, the flipping is going to try and convince you, oh, you are the best, the most amazing, and all this sort of stuff. And it'll convince you with the higher ego, I'm better than everybody, or it's just going to play tricks. And it said in the Philokalia that if you think that you've understood all of the devil's tricks, that is maybe a time when you're going to be cajoled even more. So beware, be mindful, be vigilant. So in these times when there's so much junk going on in my head, I notice, don't listen to the junk. Just stay true. Go back to the simple things, right? Go back to nature. Have a time to relax. Make sure you're doing simple things. Be with your friends. Be with your family. Just do simple things. Eat wholesome foods. Do wholesome activities. Make sure you're exercising, getting out there. Make sure you do these things, because the insecurities, the human thoughts will continue to come. They will always come. They will continue to come. So see it when it arises. Do your best to try and understand the root cause of these things. Be mindful. See causation, cause and effect. What was the correlation? How did it arise? What action from what impulse from what thought? What's happening that is allowing this cycle of karma to continue? So this is this mindfulness and a causal relationship that I feel so many of us miss. I am not perfect. I will say it time and time again. I am perfect. I miss causal relationship, or am I being ignorant to it? Do I choose? It's like a subconscious choosing out of fear. Fear is like a subconscious choosing. But do you choose to ignore the signs because you're like, I don't want to see that, because I don't want to have to take responsibility for my life. I don't want to have to, accept the fact that I'm a bit of a selfish F, that I'm a bit self-indulgent, or I don't listen, or I'm not living my ultimate life and I'm projecting that onto others, and I feel like other people. It's like when I did my Vipassana course. I can't remember which day it was. It's a Vipassana's 10 days meditation, all in silence, but it's just a reflective practice. Check it out. It's great. But one of the videos that Goenkaji, the man, he passed away, but the videos were what was facilitating the course. And he just talks about the nature of oh, if my wife would just change a little bit, life would be perfect. And the wife is saying, oh, as an example, oh, if my husband would just change a little bit, my life would be perfect. Oh, if my children would just change a little bit, life would be perfect. Oh, if my boss would just change a little bit, life would just be perfect. And this whole, if only someone else or if external entity doth change, my life would be great. This ultimate to change our own lives and take responsibility. And guilty. Hey, I'm guilty. Time and time again. Ain't saying I'm a preacher, I ain't no sinner here. But the more we take responsibility, life just gets great. I feel it eases the burden of the soul because you realize, like we talked about the other day, the serenity prayer. What's in my control? What's outside my control? Can I have the wisdom to discern between the two? Which is why in Philokalia they're talking about discernment is such an important skill. And here I am discerning. There's so much noise. There's so much noise. So thoughts from Kenji's World today. Don't really listen to the noise. Just stay true. Just stay simple. You hear all the crap. Just keep doing the right thing that you believe, and this is the faith thing that you believe is the right thing is true, keep going. And if it's really not the right way, I feel a signal more true than the noise in your head will arise and come and, bring a halt or a huge reminder to your life. And this is where prayer comes in. Giving faith to God, the path I am walking and where I'm off to. Just try to have more faith, more prayer that I'm on the right path. I'm on my journey, self-discovery and learning, and I'm not a bad person and all this sort of stuff. Insecurities may arise. So be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, be nice to those around you, try and be of service. Treat yourself like somebody else and be nice to others. Sometimes being of service to others can help ease that soul more than you may think. So on that note, Kenji's World is going to rickety rocks and rolls, nice and simple, keep it easy. Check out Bitcoin, man. If you ain't bought some, it's 56k, man. I will buy some right now. I don't have the money. You can buy some on my behalf, hold it, and get the profits. But until then, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Peace, 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 and love.